इतना सा कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में इतना सा फर्क है, एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
A very good afternoon to all the dear friends, potential business buyers, franchisors who have joined us today for our webinar series. The entire Franchise India teams welcomes each one of you to our 12 p.m. webinar Business Opportunity with Chai. Here our aim is to digitally represent the business opportunity which we have got for you. Franchise India is a brand which is helping day in, day out all the potential business buyers in getting the maximum business opportunities from our site so that they can take a conscious decision of selecting the right franchise for themselves. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. During the breadth and the length of this particular webinar, they'll be sharing their viewpoints, their thoughts about the franchise as well as the business opportunity we have got for you. The brand which we are representing for each one of you is CP Singh. It's a retail opportunity and they provide custom-made men apparel for each one of you. We have invited Mr. Charanpreet Singh, who is a designer as well as director at CP Singh, to talk about this opportunity which he has got for us. They started their journey in 2010 and under the group company, they have 3 stores which they are looking out, which is serving all the investors. And we invite him to talk about the business opportunity which he has got for us. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today on Monday afternoon to represent, to showcase your business opportunity with us. I'll just share my screen for you. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Over to you. I hope you are able to see this. Yeah,
yes,
over to you, sir.
I am able to. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am here to represent my brand named CP Singh. It's a designer label with over 50 years of experience into manufacturing and retail. Basically, it's not just a brand; it's the designer name itself. Started apparel designer journey with Karan Johar, Varun Behel okay, I'll do one thing. I'll give you a brief idea about who I am, just to explain you. Actually, I did NIFT. I passed out from NIFT Bangalore in 2009, and then from there I started work. From there only, I joined Varun Behel, Karan Johar for their menswear collection, and I started working with them for their first collection, and it was a huge success. Then from there onwards, I left them after a year or so, and I started with my own brand store, CP Singh. I started from a shop from GK1 M Block. Then I opened my first flagship store in 2011 in Rajouri Garden. Since then, can we move on to the next slide, please? Okay. Basically, what we do is basically we provide customer with we try to provide customer best designs and new collection at a very reasonable and affordable prices. uh, Basically we want to make this brand a people's brand where people can relate themselves to us. They it should be like that ki once somebody is passing from nearby our store, they should uh, say ki I got my clothes from here, and this is the shop where I get all my stuff done from. This is a shop which makes me feel good, something like that. And can we move on to the next slide, please? It is the love for designing new and extraordinary clothing. We feel happy to be a part of someone's most happy moments of their life and become a part of their life. Acha, we have different labels. Vastra, which is started by my father it 50 years back, and we had another Meridian menswear label which was started by my father and mother, which is our export brand. And basically I started my own label CP Singh in 2010. uh, it's been almost 10 years into this. Can we move on to next slide? This is few of our collection, few of our shoots. This one is 2018 and 19 collection. Can we move on to the next one? These are the recent celebrity shoots which we have done. This Neel Nitin Mukesh is the 2019 one, and this Paras Chabla is 2020. Next slide, please. Okay, you can also see our Instagram. Can you click onto this Instagram link, please? This link down one, yeah. Click on that. Is it opening? Archana ji?
Sir, it's open on my screen. Are you able to see it?
No, I'm not able. Nobody, I think nobody, it's not showing.
Okay, it might be because it's inbuilt there in PPT. So once we'll finish the PPT, then probably we can open it.
Okay, no problem.
I'll just go back to the PPT, sir.
Okay, you can also visit our page and just see like the kind of work we do. Basically, what we try to do is we provide the customer with best quality and best stitching and best designs, so that they come back to us again and again. And our most of our customers always come back to us. We have a like customer return ratio of around 50%. It's more than 50% actually. And can we our presence is on Google and Instagram. We are very much active on that, on these two platforms. Can we move on to the next slide, please? The category which we cater to is ethnic plus formal. Basically we are into 60% formal and 40% ethnic. Next slide, please. Okay, basically what we try to give you here is the kind of designs which a big designer can provide in the market, but at the prices of a brand. Basically Manyavar is a brand, but Shantanu Nikhil is a designer. So what we offer you here is Shantanu Nikhil's design at Manyavar's prices. So it makes but the quality always remains this perfect quality and best quality we try to provide the customers, so that they join us again and again. And can we move on to the next slide, please? Franchise proposal, table of content. Okay. Okay, I'll just talk about few. We are open to all the models. FOCO, like we can discuss it further in one-to-one discussions if anybody interested in joining us. We have a wider product range. We basically we have a wider product range. We manufacture more than 15,000 garments in a year, with a price range of 1,500 to 50,000. We are best known for our stitching and quality of product. So, and we are a very fast moving brand. We come up with a new collection every 2 months, and we are very reasonable when it comes to pricing and very competitive. Our like most of our ranges, like a suit in CP Singh starts from 5,000 onwards, and kurta pajama in CP Singh starts from 2,000 onwards. Okay, can we move on to the next slide? Okay, role for franchise partner. Basically set up the retail store, maintain inventory, customer relations, fulfillment for online order received by company. Basically, these are the things which are to be done by franchisee itself. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Okay, investment, what we require is 15 lakh for interiors and fit outs. Basically, stock is around 25 lakhs, franchise fee is 5 lakhs, office equipment 2.75 lakhs, and pre-opening is 1.25 lakhs. Around 50 lakhs we are looking for. But and another thing, I'm basically what my point of view is ki I want minimal rent required, and like we can, so that we can make maximum profit for each other. And can we move on to the next slide, please? Okay, I'm looking for all the B towns. Basically, we want to establish our brand in B towns first, and then move on to the A cities. Basically, we already have a clientele which almost like 60% of our clientele are from B towns only. So we feel ki we can accelerate our this speed of this brand and make it a success in B towns first, and then we should move to these A towns. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Okay, can we move on to the next slide, please? Next slide, please. Okay, great reasons to partner with CP Singh. The biggest reason is we have a 50 years of experience. Ours is a 50-year-old company. We have 50 years of experience into manufacturing. We make a very good quality product, but at a very reasonable price. So like when we want to make it a huge success, and we are providing you very good margins, and will and we basically we make very high quality product at very reasonable prices. Okay, can we move on to the next slide, please? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Charanpreet Singh Ji. I'll also request friends, whatever questions you have on the business model which has been presented, please feel free to put that in the Q&A box and we'll take that up on your behalf. And also to mention the city or the location that you wish to open. And just to add on, when we talked about this opportunity, and if you look at maybe the category, which is men's ethnic wear segment in India, there has always been a very big gap specifically in this category until I would say the last 6 or 7 odd years, where we had some players who took this as an opportunity and created this category. And this was one category which was also overlooked rather by some of the big existing players in the market 7 years back. And this is becoming a huge industry today. The opportunity that we are presenting is a company which is called CP Singh, and this company is based out of Delhi NCR, and they're currently operating also their outlets from NCR. And overall, the brand is looking at an area of 1,000 square feet with overall investment to the tune of 50 odd lakhs, which takes care of your stock, your interior investment, and also the other investment which is required to put initially. And as Mr. Singh mentioned, this is a value brand. This is not a premium or not even a bridge to luxury brand. This is a value brand, affordable segment which the company is catering to. So, Mr. Singh, I'll start with some of the questions, and I will also request friends, if you have any specific questions on the business model, we can start with that. And maybe I'll request, because एक जो हमारा financial वाला slide है वो थोड़ा सा time, and if that can be explained on maybe a detailed manner. If we talk about the investment, आपने stock की बात की, there's about 25 lakhs of stock which is required apart from the other investments which are to be undertaken. So can you bifurcate that investment? And if we talk about the stock also, typically हमारा जो stock mix होता है वो किस तरीके का stock mix हमारा रहता है? Over to you, Mr. Singh.
मैम बेसिकली जो स्टॉक मिक्स होता है ना वो नॉर्मली 40% is ethnic and 60% is western. Western is consist of trousers, shirts, suits, formal suits, and uske andar tuxedos. We have a very good hand in making tuxedos. People really like our tuxedos basically. And other than that, we make Indo-Westerns, Sherwanis, and जो Sherwani का section is almost 10% of the total stock, and Indo-Western is around 30%. Other than that is almost everything is Western, suits, Indo-Westerns like that, suits and tuxedos like that.
And इसमें हमारा how much is ready made and how much is made to measure, or do we have the entire collection जो हमारा made to measure होता है?
See, what we try to do is we have all the designs in almost all the 5-6 sizes. Other than that, we customize also. First, our preference is customer comes and just take it from the shelf itself. If the size is very odd, we customize it to their requirement.
एंड इसमें जो हमारा स्टॉक मिक्स होता है मिस्टर सिंह, वो जो हमने बात, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ द स्टॉक इज जस्ट अ डिस्प्ले स्टॉक, राइट, बिकॉज हम मेजर करते हैं एंड देन ऑल दैट इज क्रिएटेड, ये मेड टू मेजर हमारा फॉर्मेट है. तो जो हमारा स्टॉक मिक्स रहता है, हाउ इज दैट सिलेक्टेड? बिकॉज हर लोकेशन में, जैसे आपका रजौरी गार्डन में है, वहाँ पे जो आपका स्टॉक मिक्स रहेगा वो अलग तरीके से रहेगा. एनी अदर लोकेशन दैट यू वुड ओपन, ये आपका स्टॉक मिक्स थोड़ा बहुत वेरी करता है. सो व्हाट इज द इंटेलिजेंस दैट वी पुट बिहाइंड इन सेलेक्टिंग दैट स्टॉक मिक्स?
Ma'am, basically, जैसे each and every area is different. So, for example, if we talk about in Delhi, there are like so many different markets. For example, जैसे अब South X है, South X को आप रजौरी से compare करोगे तो रजौरी is all Punjabi client. South X is all mixed client basically. South X के अंदर सारा classic चीजें prefer करते हैं लोग, और पंजाब जो रजौरी गार्डन है, रजौरी में लोग प्रेफर करते हैं जो चीजें महंगी लगे देखने में और सस्ती हो, बेसिकली थोड़ा सा चटक हो उसके अंदर, चमक हो. बेसिकली दे वांट like can you show them the slide in Paras Chavda one? There is Paras Chavda in that shoot one. Go back. This one. See Paras Chavda. Can you see, guys? See Paras Chavda. This is our last year's collection, and it was a huge success. People here in Rajouri like these kind of stuff, very blingy and very shiny basically. They want something different. They want to stand out of the crowd. They don't care how they're looking. They want to just stand out. It's like that. Or South X mein it's complete different. South X is a taste basically jahan pe people want classy. They don't care about the pricing. So, and if you go to East Delhi, East Delhi is something else. So according to the place, we study the place and then we send the collection. It is like that.
Sure. And if we also maybe if we can go back on the financial slide, and I'd like to discuss little bit on the operating expenses also. So जो हमारा initial आपका stock mix होता है, this primarily would be large amount of that would be stock which is for display, and everything that would come at the outlet as an order would be.
See, ma'am, maximum things which are on display are regular items, basically,
Okay.
which can be picked from the shelf itself.
Okay.
For example, if we अगर हम इंडो भी बना रहे हैं, तो
हाँ
इंडो
जी.
जो जितना बेसिक टच होगा ना वो सारा शेल्फ पे होगा. जैसे कोई कस्टमर वॉक इन करता है कि मेरे को तो अभी मेरे को ना कल ही पहनना है, एक इंडो चाहिए, मेरे को ना ब्लैक कलर का चाहिए और वो बेसिक होना चाहिए. तो बेसिक like Zara do it basic. We have a basic collection on the shelf ready to be bought, but designer collection we try to keep less stock and more customization in designer stuff.
And इसमें अगर हम स्टॉक की बात करें, एंड इवन इफ आई टॉक अबाउट रिटेल एंड मेड टू मेजर, टिपिकली हमारे जो मार्जिन हमने इसमें बात की है दैट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 45 मार्जिन, एंड वी टॉकिंग अबाउट ब्लेंडेड मार्जिन जो ओवरऑल हमारे मे बी बिटवीन बोथ दी सेगमेंट्स. इफ यू हैव टू सेग्रीगेट हमारा मेड टू मेजर ऑन एन एवरेज हमारा क्या मार्जिन रहता है, एंड फॉर द रिटेल विच इज अ प्रोडक्ट from the shelf, what are the margins typically we have?
Ma'am, जो जैसे like कोई भी product है ना, like we get fabric ranging from 300 to 1500 rupees in wholesale. So what we try to do is keep the cost to minimum so that we can make the maximum margins out of it. So जो जैसे अब for example एक इंडो की cost हमें फैक्ट्री कॉस्ट हमें पड़ती है उसकी 3000 रुपीज. तो उसको we try to sell it for 12,000 rupees so that factory is also happy and the store is also happy. So like that. That is like the kind of we keep almost 300% thing, and we try to provide so that we have a working capital to work with it.
Sure. And this thing, अगर हम इस stock की भी बात करते हैं, we have talked about an inventory of 25 odd lakhs जो initial inventory एक outlet के लिए लगती है. ये consignment की दी जाती है. This is sale or return basis. What is the nature of this inventory which given partner?
We are very open with this. Like we can discuss it further on, like one-on-one basis. Like totally depends on how the other person wants it. Because there are few things which they want to say, if they take it through franchise wala system, they will get less margins, but if they take through the other system, they will get more margin.
Right.
So
and
it totally
maybe
depends. One-on-one, we can discuss it later on, like with one-on-one basis.
Sure, Mr. Singh. And friends, I can explain what Mr. Singh just talked about. Typically, अगर हम retail की बात करते हैं, जो models workout करते हैं, वो एक outright होता है. जो भी stock company देती है, आपको outright देती है वो stock. And वो सारा का सारा outright के ऊपर company के बारे एक percentage आपको correction का देती है. अगर कोई भी ऐसा stock है जो आपका slow moving है, non moving है, there is some percentage of correction which company gives depending on the category they are in. So वो outright model होता है हमारा, and the other model is SOR, or I could even say consignment, where the entire stock is transferred. उसमें से अगर आपको sale or return model, you can give it back to the company. And typically अगर इन दोनों models की बात की जाए, outright model has higher margins क्योंकि इसमें risk आप लेते हैं तो इसमें margins आपको higher मिलते हैं. And दूसरा हमारा मॉडल जो होता है वो मॉडल होता है सेल और रिटर्न, जहाँ पे कंपनी भी अपना is also I would say hedging the risk. So whenever you look at a model which is either consignment model or SOR model, वहाँ पे comparatively जो आपके margins होते हैं वो कम होते हैं. So and as Mr. Singh mentioned, अगर आप interested हैं, we can discuss one to one क्या ये proposition हमारी working में आ सकती है depending on the location, and we can discuss those margins on a one-to-one discussion. Second question जो मैं लेना चाहूंगी Mr. Singh is on also the EOS. Is there EOS sale? Is there some participation on the company जो हम sale season में करते हैं, discounts में करते हैं? और वो उसका ट्रीटमेंट फ्रेंचाइजी को किस तरीके से मिलता है, आप शेयरिंग करते हैं उसमें, हाउ डज दैट वर्क?
Ma'am, basically, see, we try to provide जो हमारा franchise होगा उसको all the benefits, even if it's sale period, no, तो जो ratios रहेंगे ना, we will try to give the similar ratios to them all the time, basically, ताकि उनको ना अगर वो sale period में भी they're making any sale, तो उनको ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि उनकी sales basically sales up हो गई हैं but उनकी जो margins हैं वो कम हो गए हैं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, like आप उन पूरे everything will be all sorted with one-to-one discussions.
So what you're saying is जो भी हमारा
Basically,
end of
see,
season
I'll tell
sale
you one
होता
thing.
है, आप you will contribute
I'm getting a bit nervous here on this screen. Basically, I don't like to face the screen. I have this fear, but when I'm one-to-one, no, I'm much better. Like this is nothing like I cannot explain like what I'm feeling right
problem,
now.
Mr. Singh. I think it has happened because this is the very first time the entire world has come online. Earlier जो भी हमारी बात होती थी, discussions होती थी, we used to interact directly with the investors. So friends, what Mr. Singh is trying to say, because they're getting or venturing into franchising for the very first time, anything which can help the brand move and also give a great value proposition for a prospective partner. And जहाँ पे bottom line होनी चाहिए, you should be profitable. It should be a profitable venture for you, and equally for a brand, these are the markets they would want to open. So जो भी आपका merit होगा, आपकी profile के हिसाब से, location के हिसाब से, the brand is all out to support you in that. एंड मिस्टर सिंह, एक जो दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो मैं लेना चाहूंगी वो ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस के ऊपर है, एंड बिकॉज योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ रनिंग दीज आउटलेट्स, जो हमारे ऑपरेटिंग हमारे एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं टिपिकली, व्हाट आर दीज एक्सपेंसेस? और दूसरा, अगर हम मेड टू मेजर की भी बात करते हैं, डू वी आल्सो रिक्वायर टू कीप मे बी अ टेलर, और वी नीड टू हैव अ टाई अप विद द लोकल टेलर? वो कैसे वर्कआउट करता है? बिकॉज आपकी खुद की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग दिल्ली में है, आई एम श्योर यू गेटिंग इट डन लोकली, बट कोई अगर डिस्टेंस पे है, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर यूपी की हम बात करते हैं, कोई भी एनसीआर से लगती लोकेशंस हैं, वेयर यू वांट टू ओपन योर आउटलेट, तो क्या क्या एक तो हमारे खर्चे रहते हैं एक आउटलेट के ऊपर, एंड विल द फ्रेंचाइज पार्टनर आल्सो नीड some kind of tie up with the tailor in-house चाहिए,
No,
tie up चाहिए?
they don't require any tailors. Basically, they want a alter person there. They will have at least 2 alter persons. We'll make all the garments at Delhi store, Delhi office, and then we'll transfer it there to them. We'll courier it to them. Then they will open it, and just if there are any alterations to be done, they can get it done from their alter man. That's it. Is similar to very much similar to Manyavar system. Basically, what Manyavar does is they have everything ready made, but they customize also very few garments. So, but our main concentration is on customization. But we are combining both the things together now.
Sure. And इसमें हमारा टर्न अराउंड टाइम क्या रहता है? अगर हम दिल्ली की बात करें, दिल्ली में कितने दिन में हम एक ऑर्डर जो भी आता है आपका, वो कितने दिन में हम टर्न अराउंड करते हैं? और कोई भी
Delhi में
ऐसा
तो
ऑर्डर
we
जो बाहर
do
से
it
आता
in
है?
24 hours.
24 आवर्स। एंड अगर दिल्ली की
Delhi we
बाहर
do
की
it,
बात करें?
but अगर कोई जैसे दूसरा स्टेट है तो we need at least 15 days.
ओके, सो कोई भी आपके ऐसे जो ऑर्डर होते हैं व्हिच इज आउटसाइड ऑफ दिल्ली, 15 डेज इज द रेगुलर जो हमारा
Yes.
टाइम लगता है उसको टर्न अराउंड करने में। एंड
Yes, 15 days is enough for us.
ओके, एंड दूसरा जो मैं क्वेश्चन लूंगी, आई सॉ वन क्वेश्चन, एंड ये मेरा इनफैक्ट दूसरा क्वेश्चन था। दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम मिस्टर शुभम, एंड आई अंडरस्टैंड ही इज फ्रॉम कानपुर और इलाहाबाद। ये टियर 2 लोकेशंस हैं, और क्योंकि जो हमारा ब्रांड है वैल्यू ब्रांड है, एंड टियर 2 टुडे इज वन कैटेगरी आई वुड से ऑफ सिटीज जहाँ पे वैल्यू ब्रांड की बहुत बड़ी डिमांड रहती है, एंड ब्रांड्स लाइक CP Singh has a big demand in these locations. I'm sure जो आप ऑनलाइन भी करते होंगे, डिमांड आती होगी, आप भेजते भी होंगे सिटीज में। So what he would like to know is, अगर हम टियर 2 की टारगेट ऑडियंस, बहुत बड़ी ऑडियंस है, पोटेंशियल है, तो हाउ डू यू वांट टू ट्रीट सिटीज लाइक कानपुर, इलाहाबाद? आपके हिसाब से क्या पोटेंशियल है इन सिटीज में? और अगर कोई वहां पे फ्रेंचाइज लेता है, तो क्या मार्केट आपको लगता है वहां पे हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं? मिस्टर सिंह, कैन यू
मैम
हियर?
वहां पे ना ऑलरेडी एक मार्केट क्रिएट हुई है। प्राइसिंग हैं जो कोई नहीं देता. अभी तक कोई ऐसा ब्रांड नहीं है जो. There are small tailors, small designers, but they are not organized. Nobody is organized in this sector till now. Those who are organized, they are very expensive.
Right. So I think maybe I'll just do, I don't know.
तो main हमारा point है. Is voice breaking or something?
I don't know. I think between one of us, I see some network issue. Friends, I'll just like to reiterate what Mr. Singh said. Tier 2, like we said, is a big opportunity, and there's not a new market which needs to be created. There's already a market, there's already a demand, and what he's trying to say, ये एक latent demand है, already exist करती है. So what we need to do is कहीं ना कहीं जो आपका audience है कहीं ना कहीं अभी खरीद रहा है, so there's a big conversion market जो अगर ये brand वहाँ पे खोलते हैं तो वो आपका जो अपॉर्चुनिटी है उसको हम लेवरेज कर सकते हैं. एंड अदर क्वेश्चन मिस्टर सिंह व्हिच आई विल टेक अप इज ऑन द प्राइसिंग. इट इज आल्सो आस्क्ड बाय मिस्टर शुभम. वो पूछना चाहते हैं जो आपका एवरेज प्राइसिंग है अगर शेरवानी की बात की जाए, कुर्ता पजामा एंड मे बी अ टक्सीडो, टिपिकली व्हाट इज द एवरेज प्राइसिंग फॉर दैट. एंड दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो मैं साथ में लूंगी, लॉजिस्टिक्स इज आल्सो वन कॉस्ट. सो लॉजिस्टिक्स हमारा कौन बेयर करता है बिटवीन बोथ द पार्टनर्स, हु शेयर्स द लॉजिस्टिक्स कॉस्ट?
मैम लॉजिस्टिक्स कॉस्ट तो मैम दोनों लोग शेयर करेंगे 50-50. there's no problem in sharing, I think, anything. अच्छा, और what was your first question? Can you repeat it again?
This was on the pricing. जो
Your
भी
first
हमारा प्रोडक्ट है, apparel, जो भी हमारा
question.
इन्वेंट्री है, सर शेरवानी है, नॉर्मल कुर्ता पजामा एंड टक्सीडोस, typically what is the average pricing for the same? And हाँ, so this is the one.
As I said, we have like 1500 से लेके we make a product of 50,000. तो 1500, 1500 में we provide a very good quality kurta with our start with 8,000 onwards, and our suits start from 5,000 onwards.
And Mr. Singh, if you want to talk about the markets, आपका दिल्ली में already presence है, so अगर हम markets की बात करना चाहते हैं, even if you look at Delhi as a market to penetrate, कौन सी आपके priority markets होंगी दिल्ली के अंदर ही जहाँ पे आप जाना चाहते हैं, and which are the locations outside Delhi would you want to go? So I'm trying to understand the rollout that you have. कौन सी हमारी important markets या spots दिल्ली के अंदर हैं और कौन सी locations हम दिल्ली के बाहर देखना चाहेंगे?
दिल्ली के अगर आसपास ही देखना चाहेंगे तो दिल्ली के बाहर गुड़गांव इज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स राइट नाउ. गुड़गांव हो गया, नोएडा हो गया, गाजियाबाद हो गया. दीज 3 आई हैव एन आई ऑन. और उसके अलावा लाइक इफ वी गो अ लिटिल फार अवे तो एनी बी टाउन विद अ नाइस क्लाइंटेल, एवरीबody जो भी जहां रहता है उसको उधर का पता होता है बेसिकली कि वहां पे किस तरह का क्लाइंट है, किस तरह के लोग हैं, कि उनको भी थोड़ा आइडिया होगा कि हम यहाँ पे अगर ये वाला चीज खोलेंगे तो यहाँ पे अच्छी चलेगी कि नहीं चलेगी. अगर देयर इज अ गैप वी कैन फुलफिल इट easily. Basically we are not, but we bring designer stuff to the table. Like जैसे Zara करता है, Zara basically casual के अंदर designer brands, designer product लेके आता है. तो we are trying to do that only. हम as a brand designer stuff लेके आएंगे और बिल्कुल different from normal things, just to make a difference कि हाँ कुछ अलग है, कुछ देखने को अलग आए हैं. और कोई स्टोर will be like that कि कोई एंटर कर रहा है स्टोर के अंदर वो खाली नहीं जाएगा. There will be something for it. It could be kurta, it could be a waist, it could be a suit 2-piece.
And इसमें Mr. Singh, I would like to also ask, and अगर हम कोई भी locations अगर हम select करते हैं, कितना हमारा टाइम होता है from selection of the location to the operations, कितना हमें इसमें टाइम चाहिए होता है पूरा सेटअप करने के लिए. वन क्वेश्चन इज दिस, एंड दूसरा मैं ये भी पूछना चाहूंगी, क्या मार्केटिंग सपोर्ट आप शेयर देते हैं अपने पार्टनर को लॉन्च के टाइम पे ऑन गोइंग?
Ma'am, these two things we can discuss like one-on-one basis, I think. See, support is not a problem. We will always provide support in each and every
एंड अगर हम जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड इसमें टाइम कितना लगता
basically
है? टुडे वी सेलेक्ट
people don't have any idea when they're starting something new, so we are here for that. Ma'am, around 2 months.
ओके, सो 2 मंथ्स इज द टाइम। अगर आज हम एक लोकेशन सेट करते हैं तो 2 महीने के अंदर अंदर वो ऑपरेशनल हमारी हो जाती है, राइट? एंड मिस्टर सिंह, एनी स्पेसिफिक प्रोफाइल, कोई एक स्पेसिफिक प्रोफाइल है लोगों की जो आप देखना चाहते हैं? इज देयर एनी स्पेसिफिक प्रोफाइल ऑफ पीपल whom you want to get connected with you?
Ma'am, first profile what I want is basically people with their own place, the owners of the place basically, because this will be a long term thing. We अगर हमारे साथ जुड़ता है तो हम चाहते हैं कि वो लोग हमारे साथ कंटिन्यूस जुड़े रहें, कि इट्स नॉट अ 3 ईयर का गेम, आज किया और खत्म हो गया और उसके छोड़ दिया, नॉट लाइक दैट। एंड वी आर हेयर फॉर अ लॉन्ग term, long basically we want to make it a grand success.
Singh, हम ना, I think we're losing you in between because of some network issue. I will also request friends, जो भी आपके questions रहेंगे, they already run outlet in Delhi. Mr. Singh, कौन सा location है? If somebody wants to come, we always recommend and suggest, advise all our prospective investors, if you're keen on locating any opportunity, आप उनके outlet पे visit करके experience जरूर करें उनका center. So they have one of their flagship stores in Rajouri Garden.
Yes, I am always there, available in Rajouri Garden, and you can you can take my number and contact me anytime. If I'm one-on-one with anyone, no, I can explain you better than like here right now. And we have another problem. I think the voice is cracking in between, I feel.
Yeah, I think there's some poor network problem
Is it so?
from our investor saying. We can hear you in bits and pieces, but not
And
clearly.
you can visit our page also, and they can check our reviews on Google and Instagram as well.
Sure, sure, Mr.
So that
Singh.
they can have a better idea, like how we do it.
Sure. So friends, I'll just recap that very quickly क्योंकि हमारा connection is not very strong and we're losing Mr. Singh in between. This is a company from Delhi, and this business was started by the father of Mr. Charanpreet Singh, and he's a second age entrepreneur who's taken the business ahead. They're running very successfully in Delhi NCR. Rajouri Garden is their flagship store, and overall investment जो हमारी है 50 लाख की है with 1000 square feet. Delhi में भी important जो markets हैं, even locations like Gurgaon is what they are focusing on. And आसपास दिल्ली से लगते हुए जो हमारे cities including Kanpur, Allahabad, I would say tier 2 is a very big opportunity क्योंकि जो हमारा product है, it is a value brand, and value brand has a very big demand. Even if you look at a city like or a country like India, value has always been the prime, I would say, focus for any end consumer, and this is what they are talking about. So I will request friends, क्योंकि poor है network, हम बहुत सारे questions जो लेना चाहते हैं या बता रहे हैं, maybe we getting that in bits and pieces. I will request all of you, and especially Mr. Shubham, I think I have got some questions from you, you have tried to answer. I will also request if we can have one-to-one discussion with Mr. Singh in this week, and all of you from Delhi, जो आप दिल्ली से ही हैं, you can even visit the outlet in Rajouri Garden, and even somebody who's outside of Delhi, अगर आप पास में रहते हैं, we can facilitate that tour for you. And before we close, Mr. Singh, मैं एक request करूंगी, कोई भी एक message आप जितने भी लोग हमारे present हैं आप देना चाहते हैं उनको, अगर आप अपनी तरफ से, we'll be more than happy and glad to hear that from you.
My connection is unstable right now. Am I audible?
हाँ जी.
हाँ जी. ओके, जैसे मैंने पहले बोला था कि हम इसमें लॉन्ग सेलर्स वी वर्क, और कहीं पे भी हमारे एंड से कभी भी कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ेंगे हम लोग। सब कुछ एकदम A to Z करना है, मतलब परफेक्ट टू पॉइंट, और जितना मैक्सिमम अपना सपोर्ट हम प्रोवाइड हो।
Sorry, Mr. Singh, we can't hear you. Friends, I'll request जो भी आपकी queries अगर रहती हैं, we can take that on offline discussion, either on a call or a Zoom meeting. And मैं ये भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी जो दिल्ली से हमारे इन्वेस्टर्स आए हुए हैं जो आगे एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं, अगर वो कोशिश करें, एक दिन हम ब्लॉक कर सकते हैं where we can facilitate a tour of their existing outlet in Rajouri Garden, which can also help you discover the product and the brand more closely. तो जो हमने डिस्कवरी डे रखा है विच इज द 3rd of August, जो हमारा नेक्स्ट वीक में पड़ता है, आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेडनेसडे और मे बी अ ट्यूसडे, इफ आई एम that's a Tuesday that we have next week. This is discovery day that we have kept for Mr. CP Singh, and we'll be more than happy to extend and facilitate any kind of discussion clarity that you need on the business model. And as we close, I will also now request Arshna to conclude with the final.
Ma'am, 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 excuse.
So dear friends, I think he's facing some problem. We regret for this inconvenience caused to each one of you. You can be in touch with Franchiseindia team to have more clarity on this business model. We will try to align your call with him on our discovery day, which is 3rd of August. You can reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 9717683838. We also request you to save this number in your phone book so that you get a regular update from our side. Connect with us at our different social handles. We are available at Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You wish to have more information about different business opportunities, you want to have guidance from Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, you can do so by joining them at their LinkedIn IDs. We have just shared the screen. We have just shared the information on your screen. You can connect both of them. And today we wish you to join us for our Bharat Franchise Show. This is the show which we start at 7 p.m. where again we have invited top 7 different brands, founders, directors. They will come and will talk about their franchise model they are offering in market. Today we are invite you to join us for our Surat show. So please do registration either at our business hotline number, or we have shared the registration link at the Facebook page of Franchiseindia Brands Limited. Do registration right now. And tomorrow under our business opportunity over chai webinar, we wish you to join us for Smoke Barbecue. That's the brand from Chennai. They're already operational with 10 plus outlets. Today, the team would come and talk about how you can start this particular business. So please do registration for our Bharat Franchise Show as well as our business opportunity over Chai webinar series. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, friends. Have a great day ahead.